Hey, welcome to Ike's Vintage Tech. I finally have my new studio complete. There's a few tweaks I have to do as far as fine-tuning audio and lighting, but I am very happy. So let's give you a quick tour and some show and tell. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you guys like seeing me making these videos now out of my new garage studio, please consider subscribing. It really means a lot. I also have a Patreon to help pay for all of this stuff, and that would be great too. Thanks. Alright, you might notice there's nothing really in front of me. There's a whole lot of new stuff behind me, so this is going to be more of a show and tell episode. I have quite a bit of stuff that I want to work on and make new videos for you guys, and this is my brand new studio, and I want to be able to do it right. So this is more of a test shot. I want to make sure my audio and sound are really good, and I want you guys to give your opinion on what you think of all this. Do I need a bigger monitor? Do I need... I definitely need a better display here. I just pulled up my YouTube channel. I really need a good graphic. If any of you guys want to volunteer that'd be great too. But I am going to work on a better graphic behind me here. I also have some nice monitors on display here. A couple, like my all-in-one PC here. A gateway tower. Add a camera here. I've got a whole bunch more that go all the way to the other end of the garage. There's quite a few stuff in here that I can go through that I have never had on camera. And that is my goal, is to eventually hit everything that I can here on camera. That'd be nice. Up here I've got some old Apple G3s. I've got a Macintosh Quadro that was upgraded to an 8100. Yes, 8100. This is an old G3 beige tower case. I really want to get that working as well. I mean, it is working. I just need it running. It's been in the box for a long time. That'd be great. Up here, I have all my hard drives. There's a lot of hard drives in there. Just a typical PC up here. There's a scanner. I've got, Mac Pros, bunch of box software, a Dell system here. This really is one of my favorites here, is this Gateway Tower. This was one of the first computers I paid my own money for. Not this one specifically, but this style. I was 18 years old, going into college, and I needed a PC, so this is what I financed at 24.9% or something like that back in the day. Huge mistake. We've all done it. Don't ever finance a computer if you can help it. But this is what I did, and it was a pretty nice system. I loved it back then, and I became attached to this style of case. And in general, Gateway as a whole, you guys might notice that with my channel, I love everything Gateway. Some people love Apple, some people love Dell. I'm a Gateway guy. That's just what I love. And I've got, other monitors down here. I've also got this old Packard Bell system. I did a video on it a while back. This was the first style PC that I actually used. Oh, let me figure out what I'm doing here. So yeah, this is the first style PC that I use that you could be considered modern. Before this, it was like a Tandy Color Computer 3, which I've got right here. More show and tell. This right here was my very first computer. Before I had a Speak and Spell, before I had my Teddy Ruxpin, I'm pretty sure, I had a Tandy Color Computer 3. I have not done a video on this yet, and I really want to make something special with this. There's so much hardware here for me to actually use and play with. It's going to take a long time for me to run out of ideas. But I do want to do something nice with this. You may have seen my garage door light turn on just now. I think I need to unplug that real quick. There we go. I forgot to unplug that. It randomly turns on when the sensor trips. Dust bunnies, who knows? It's a garage. Anyways, this was my first computer. So I told you this is going to be a little bit of a show and tell episode, and that's exactly what this is. This one happens to have a copy of Rampage in it. I never had Rampage. I had a game called Vexter, and I love that game. I played it as much as I could at whatever age I was, 6 or 7, and I absolutely loved it. This thing is in really decent shape. It's pretty clean. I actually bought it from Sean from Action Retro, and yeah, it's pretty decent shape. I'm very happy that I have this. Very clicky keys, and it's awesome. Like, I really spent my formative years learning how to use this computer, and of course now it doesn't want to go in the box the same way ever again. There we go. Good enough. We will pack that up later. But this was my first computer that I ever touched at all. I don't believe I ever touched a computer before this, and it was what got me hooked on technology way back in the day. This is before I did shortwave radio kits from Radio Shack. It's before I looked at the Edmund Scientific catalogs that my grandmother used to get me as a kid. But this was my first piece of technology that I myself had at a very young age, and it just never ended. And I'm glad I got a piece of it right here. I can relive my history, and I will love using it. I also have a mirror door Mac G4, some PCI cards I forgot to put away, but anyways, this is a parts system of an old gateway I've got right here. Let me make sure you can see it here. But this was on the free pile of ECF East, and I always need gateway parts. So as yellow as it is, I'll clean it up. I'll make sure it looks pretty. This is a little thing I want to play with here if I can get it out. All right, there's another thing here. I actually got to move this gateway tower to get it. It does not want to come out. Okay, I found this at the Goodwill like a year ago for like $5. It's a brand new, never used Kodak EasyShare printer setup. And it's something I do want to check out. I got to get a camera that matches. I don't currently have one. But something like this, just the oddware of it all, not to take LGR's term. But it is a period of vintage tech that was very brief. Printing your own pictures at home, because early digital cameras were very digital looking. They were not great for printing images. And by the time we got good enough cameras that you could print an image, we quickly outpaced that. And now everything is just on your phone. So it was like maybe a little less than a decade where actually printing photos at home was a pretty common thing, because we were going from film to digital, and with film you always got prints. So there was a little carryover time where you had to have a print of your actual picture. Now everyone just pulls out their phone, shares it on all the different socials, and that's how we show our photos now. We don't have a photo book anymore. I don't know anyone that actually has a hard copy photo book just sitting on the coffee table anymore. That's just not a thing. Some other things I've got here. Let me slide this out of the way. This is a G4 iMac. No eyesight camera. This was the one that came out right before the Intels. This was the last, or G5, I said G4. This is a G5 iMac, and it was one of the last things actually produced, and it's in really good shape. The speakers have rotted out. I do have to do some work on the speakers. I could also just plug in external speakers and call it a day, but I want to get in there and take a look at the capacitors too. Make sure the capacitors are actually clean, not bulging and ready to make a mess of my day. But it's something I got to check out. Let me put that back. And as time goes on, I'm going to move around different PCs up here. I do plan on getting a larger monitor sometime down the road, because this is actually my PC monitor. I would love to have it back, but it needs to be up here for now because I'm not spending $300 to $400 on a new TV yet. I have some other PCs down here. This is my Gateway P575 that I upgraded in a previous video. It's a pretty good system now. I got a 120 megahertz Pentium in there, and this is like one of the early, earlier designs before Gateway started doing this, and between the 386, 286 IBM clone case. So this is one of the actual Gateway design cases that wasn't just a dime a dozen IBM clone, and I really like the curves in it, the color scheme. This one has a little tape drive, and it's just a really cool computer, and it brings me back to my childhood, because you'd have a friend or relative that had a Gateway, the monitor being on top. Speaking of computers, that had the monitor on top. Here's the other half of this Packard Bell. And this is exactly the computer that my father had when I was a kid. I remember getting my first internet ban back in the day because as a 12 or 13-year-old, I said something mean on the internet. Go figure, a 12 or 13-year-old doing such a thing. And that's when I found out the internet was not anonymous at, like, 1992, 93. So, lessons learned, don't be a dick on the internet. So, that was probably a good lesson I should have kept in life. So that was something that is always a funny story that my dad reminds me of from time to time. Let me find some other computers I have lying around. Alright, this one I had to cut the video and go to the other side of the garage for. Stuff is getting heavy, but I told you I'd do a little bit of a show and tell here. This is a beautiful Bondi Blue G3 Mac that I bought new in box. It was a former display at an Apple store, well, an Apple authorized reseller. It was in immaculate condition, and this thing is just like new. It had a few files on there from the previous owner that, operated the store, but overall the thing was pristine, not a speck of dust on the inside, no scratches, and I am very happy to have this thing. I have the monitor that goes with it that is a beast. It is the 21 or 22 inch Apple Cinema display from back then, and it is like 80 pounds, huge. If you look at some of my original videos when I was filming up in the office, you can see it kind of in the corner. I've never done a proper video on this, and I do want to, so that is a little bit of show and tell. I am getting winded because my garage is hot. I do keep the door open, not the main garage door, the door to the house, so that some air gets in here, but I do need to get a split unit installed in here. That's like the next thing to do. I'm saving up for that. And I want to be able to do all my filming out here. I really hope that I have good audio balance in here. I really spent a lot of time making sure this all looks and feels just right. And I might tweak some things here and there. I want your opinion. Please let me know what you think. Tell me if I did a good job, if I need to improve something, the framing of the shot, anything like that. Please be very honest and brutal with me if you need to be. I'm very happy of all the progress I made in here, but if I can make it better, I would love to hear it. Once again, thank you all for watching. I do this for the pure fun and passion of just working on these old machines, and I am grateful to you all that give me the time of day. This is something that I never thought I'd really ever do, and I'm glad I did because it's entertaining for me. I love seeing the channel grow, and I love seeing all this unique hardware that I get to play with and share with you guys. So once again, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun YouTube stuff that it really helps churn the channel along, and it really means a lot. I want to thank you guys once again. I'm very happy doing what I do, and I'm very happy that all of you enjoy it as well. Thank you again. You guys have a good night. Take care. Have a great weekend, and enjoy your week. I'm going to try to make more videos than the 2 to 3 week schedule that I've been doing, but I am rambling. So let's end this one, and you guys have a great night. Take care.